Hello everyone, this is Lincoln's Prime, and today we are taking a look at the Super 7 reaction toys, Jet Jaguar and Godzilla 1957. This is the second part from what I was talking about in the last review with Mothra and Rodan, but these are also the last two figures that I needed to find, and Jet Jaguar, you gave me a challenge trying to look for you. The rest of you guys, fine, but you, Jet, nah. But anyways, let us get right into the review. I do want to start off by looking at the boxes. The Godzilla 57 box, you know, it's Godzilla 57. This isn't really new. The only thing that's different is just the art with this Godzilla. This is supposed to be based on some of the illustrated posters, essentially from when the 1954 movie was coming out, except when, you know, the 54 was coming out in theaters, it was separated by a few years, and, you know, they, you know, remade and redid some stuff in each film. And in some countries, the movie wasn't released until like a few years later. Like, you know, for example, in the United States, it wasn't released until 1956 and starred Raymond Burr. So, you know, it took a few years for the film to reach like other countries, and for this one, I can't remember which country this was supposed to be based in, or like when this was released, but this is the 1957, technically 1954 Godzilla. So nothing really new about this except for the art. The art does look very nice, though, I will say that. We do get Godzilla 57 action figure, Godzilla, Super 7 logo up here, Godzilla logo up there, reaction figures right there, and on the back it's pretty much the same stuff, and that's it for that box. Jet Jaguar's box is pretty nice looking. We do get some really nice artwork of Jet Jaguar on the front, looking all silvery and metallic-y, and I really do enjoy that. Godzilla at the top again, Jet Jaguar action figure, reaction toys, blah 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 blah. Anyways, on to the figure review. I'm really not gonna lie, this review is more so going to revolve more so around Jet Jaguar than this Godzilla, because honestly, there's nothing new about this Godzilla figure in terms of the fact that it's just slightly repurposed from this Godzilla. I mean, yeah, there's some notable differences. I do want to compare these first. So, like, for example, Godzilla, different legs. The legs on 57 are chunkier, and they only have 3 toes. Well, Godzilla has 4, and his legs are slightly skinnier. The tails overall are pretty much the same. The tails and the body are exactly the same. Maybe a little bit thicker on 57. Actually, no, I think they're about the same. Yeah, they're about the same. However, the arms are also different. The arms on 54 are a little more wrinkly. That's more accurate to 54's design. While here, you know, it's the illustration, so obviously it's going to seem more monster-like instead of suit-like. So the arms are a lot chunkier, a lot thicker. The hand positions are very much different. I mean, the hands are bigger on 57, but they're more spread out, and on 54 they are a bit smaller and more closed. But the most notable difference is the heads, whereas this one is more 54-esque, and then this one is very much different. I mean, okay, look at how much of a Giga Chad he looks like, and just the longer snout as well. Like, this one has the shorter snout, this one's longer. But yeah, so quite a few notable differences. Oh, and the dorsal plates. There's nothing really new on the dorsals. I do, however, think that the dorsals are painted better on this one than they are on 57. I mean, on the other side, they're painted a little bit better. But, you know, on 54, they're painted on both sides evenly, as this one is not painted the most evenly. But in terms of being figures, they're almost exactly the same, except for a few notable differences in terms of mold, and that is about it. I mean, Godzilla here, like, he looks pretty good, I guess. He's Godzilla. What do you expect? The teeth are nicely painted. Oh my god, I cannot get over that chunky neck. Teeth are nicely painted. Eyes are something. The nails are nicely painted on both the fingernails are okay painted. The toenails, that's debatable. I mean, there's a little bit of paint splotching like right there, and it's really bad on like this one right here. But in terms of everything else, I mean, the tail is nicely painted, and that's really the only notable bits of paint that I can see. Articulation, we do get a swivel at the head, which does go all the way around like so. The arms can also go all the way around like so, and the legs can move, and I don't want to push these because these are very stiff. And the tail is also on a swivel, and that is pretty much it. So we do get 6 points in this Godzilla figure, like the last Godzilla, and it is a pretty good figure. Now for what this review is mostly going to revolve around, since I've technically already looked at this figure at least twice. Jet Jaguar. This is a really, really good Jet Jaguar figure in my opinion. It's not 100% accurate physique-wise, but I'm not expecting that since this is supposed to be, you know, a retro-style toy. So, overall though, really, really good. The paintwork is very nice for what the scale is. It's not really messy or anything. I don't really see any messy bits of paint or anything like that. For what it is, like, you know, it's very, very clean. The silver looks very nice in my opinion. The head, like the silver for the head and the blue in the eyes, looks very nice. The blue, like on the elbows, and the yellow on the shoulder pads is nicely applied. The red for like this little section, like, and the details here and there look very, very good. Yellow looks nice. That like this right here, I think is like really cool because of how small this is. But they were able to cleanly, like 100% cleanly paint that, which is very, very nice. And the legs, you know, you got the silver coming down, the kind of like the blue, like the arrows kind of pointing up to the yellow knee pads is like nicely applied, and just the rest of the blue as well. And on the feet, whoa, well, it was almost perfect. The feet, oh boy, yeah, they're supposed to be arrows, as you could probably try to tell, but not really. Anyways, but the back is also nicely painted as well. We do get the red on the back, the yellow on the back, the red on the back and the sides, and the yellow on the shoulder bits, and the blue right here for the neck. Also, this red stripe is nicely painted, which is very, very nice. And we do get a lot of like kind of the back detail that we got in Godzilla versus Megalon. But everything else, lots of nice detail. The molding detail is nice. Nothing is lost in the sculpt or anything like that. It is 100% clean sculpt and paint work, except for the feet, but you know, but yeah, a very, very nice. I also like how they included the riveting detail and like the kind of like antenna detail on both sides. That is very, very nice. And he's got the Michelin Man arms and neck and shins, which is you know, perfect. But yeah, so Jet Jaguar, nice figure. The articulation, there's 5 points, is, you know, usual. Swivel at the head can go all the way around like that. Rotation at both arms like so and like so. And the legs can kick forward and back on both sides. And one notable thing I would like to mention, if you get the arms up like this, you know, you can fly away. And that looks very, very cool. But yeah, so overall, these figures are very, very nice. I highly love the Jet Jaguar, and I do understand why it was so hard to find. But, you know, that is what comes at the cost when it comes to collecting. Overall, though, my final comments on these figures, I'm just going to say the same thing I said in the last video. Pricing, not worth it. Not worth it, in my opinion. I think Super7, and I'll say it again, needs to get their act together when it comes to pricing their stuff, because they are leagues away from a, you know, good pricing system. But that is, I don't know. It just kind of sucks. I wish these cost a little bit less than, you know, anything else, because let's be real here, Godzilla merchandise is not cheap, and that's what sucks. The only people who are pricing Godzilla stuff at a decent price is Playmates, and that's kind of sad, because the last time we had, you know, fully articulated, affordable Godzilla figures was when we had NECA, but you know, they're kind of, you know, non-existent when it comes to making Godzilla figures. Now Hia does look very promising, except it is still kind of expensive, especially here in the States, when you have to, you know, pay for the overseas price and all that kind of stuff, and it's just, it's a pain. I mean, at least they're more affordable than SH Monster Arts and maybe current NECA prices right now on the aftermarket sales, but yeah. Now, anyways, I do want to compare all the figures. So we have Jet Jaguar and Godzilla 57. Here we have Godzilla 1954, Mechagodzilla. One thing I do want to mention, why didn't we get the silver paint from Jet on the Mechagodzilla figure? I don't know. And then here we have Rodan, and stay. And finally, we have Mosira. Here we have the entire set, and they look absolutely amazing together. Overall, I think that this is a very, very good wave. It's just when it comes to pricing everything together, that is where it is not so great. But overall, I'm really happy with this wave. I think this first wave is a really good start, and hopefully we get to see a lot more of these figures in the near future. Some of the figures that we did get were some San Diego Comic-Con exclusive glow-in-the-dark figures. And we got Godzilla, like 54 Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, and Jaguar. And then we got 2 more glow-in-the-dark reveals of Rodan and Mothra at New York Comic Con. So they're kind of reusing the figures. I don't have too much of an issue with that. I think they look great in my opinion. But overall, I think they're still maybe just trying to get used to making the reaction figures, like in terms of Godzilla. But I'm really excited to see what else they come out with so far. One thing I think would be great is maybe just some Heisei figures. That will be awesome, because I know they're working on the Heisei Ultimates figures with, like, Burning Godzilla, Bio Goji, Biolante, Destroya. I'd love to see a Destroya in this scale. I think that would be really, really cool. But yeah, so overall, really, really good first wave in my opinion. Still, price, again, I'll mention price, not so much of a great thing, but figure wise, quality wise, these are really good. But anyways, guys, that is it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.